Well, what's up, you guys? Welcome to another YouTube video. How's it going? I hope you guys are all doing well. And wait, I guess we're getting a Discord call. Hold on a second. It's from TimTheTatman. Weird. Hey, yo, Tim, what's up?
Good afternoon, Tim.
Good afternoon to you too, man. What have you been up to?
I was at the beach earlier, tanning. You know what I mean? I'm getting a nice bronze.
Did you just change shirts to tell me that?
I don't know why.
Okay, well, anyways, I just want to say you do look a little bit more tan, and your stream setup looks super dope, my dude.
Thank you.
But I do think there's a little upgrade that we can do that would really take it to the next level. Can I do a YouTube video on my channel about it?
Yes.
Thanks, dude. Well, is there anything else you want to say to the viewers before we get started?
You can use this video as a learning lesson.
Well, you heard the man. Let's get started. Well, obviously that wasn't a real conversation with TimTheTatman, but if I was to have a conversation with Tim and he said, how would you upgrade my stream? I would say, my man, you need to add this right here. I love the simple background. I love what you've done with your stream and the design and everything like that, but I really feel like you've almost oversimplified things. I feel like you could just add just a little bit more in and it would give it that extra flair, that extra pop that would make you still feel really, really professional. Not that you don't right now, but it would give it that really professional thing. And I don't think many other people are doing this, so you'd be ahead of the game, like myself. And honestly, it's really simple to do. You just have to have a projector, which you can buy one of those on Amazon for pretty cheap, depending on how far you need to throw or what it is. I happen to get mine for free. And it's just creating a video that is scrolling between graphics of social media platforms, and you add your links or your tags to those, and it just gets your name out there and stuff like that. It also is capable of being another way for people to see alerts on your stream. So instead of having an actual alert on your stream or in your overlay, you can now make it do an alert like this across the back of your wall. Here at the circle, we like to call it the wall of fame, but you don't have to call it that. My preference, I think it's kind of cool, but whatever. So as you can see here, when someone subs to my stream, it comes up there and it goes back down. I do that for followers. I do that for bits. It's just another little way that people can be like, oh, that's kind of cool. You can also make it do, show the messages that people want to write onto your stream. Or anyways, there are many, many ways you can go along with this. It's not only an upgrade that TimTheTatman can make to his stream, it's an upgrade you can make to your stream as well. All right, let's jump into the first part of the process, which is to make the graphics before we put them into the video format. We're going to be using all free software here. I'll be describing what we're doing, and it'll be pretty easy for you to follow along. So let's do it. All right, so the first thing we got to do is we got to open up Inkscape. So over here, we're going to click Inkscape, open it up. It's going to open the software. I've already gone ahead and downloaded all of the individual icons I need for the social media platforms. But if you need to do that, then go ahead and do that as well. All right, now that Inkscape is open, let's go ahead and set up our document how we need to make this really work. So we'll go up to File, we will go to Document Properties, then we will go down to Custom Size. Once you've opened Display Properties, let's go ahead and set our display units to pixels, and the custom size, let's go ahead and also change the units to pixels. And then we will go in here and make this 1920 by 1080. So now I'll have a 1920 by 1080 canvas to work with as we make these graphics. So it'll give it just kind of the best quality that you can really, and with a projector. Now what I like to do to start off is go ahead and take a square here. Let's go ahead and create one kind of roughly in the space that we need it. Set its opacity. Our opacity is already set at 80, but all you gotta do is drag this around and it'll change the opacity for you. I went ahead and changed the opacity down so it's easier to see where I'm putting my square. Let's line it up with this top corner, kind of rough it in. What we're going to do is use this as a reference so we can make sure later that our graphic is as squared as it possibly can be, and that continually through the process it will be square, and everything will kind of stay in the same spot as we make the different graphics. And to zoom, all I'm doing is hitting Control and then scrolling the mouse wheel. So we'll go ahead and get this set up quickly. Now that I have this set up, it's gonna be way easier for us to go ahead and create the graphics, make sure they're centered up on our screen, and it's gonna look really good. So let's go ahead and jump in here. We're gonna open our files. I have mine just sitting in my downloads. The first one we're gonna make is just a TimTheTatman. We're just gonna drop his logo in here. Take our square and make it black. So the reason we're going to make this black is that any logo or graphic that goes on a projector, if you want it to look transparent, as you can see with my stuff here, it almost looks like the logo and the tag and stuff are all just floating on the wall. And that's because it's on a black background. So projectors don't necessarily project black. All right, so now we're going to select both the square and the TimTheTatman logo. So we're going to hold shift, click on the logo and click on the square. We're going to open up our objects, and then we're going to go to center on vertical axis. And it's always going to do that based on the second object that you selected. Hence why we picked the square second, because we want that to be kind of our anchor for our logo. And then we're going to go ahead and center horizontally as well. We are going to go ahead and make sure the square is not opaque anymore. So now we have the logo against the black square. That's the first graphic we needed. Okay, so now we need to export this image so that we can have it in a folder and ready to go for when we need to put it in a video. So then we'll go to File, Export PNG Image. That's going to bring this up over here. We're going to keep the image size 1920 by 1080. We're going to go ahead and file name. Then we'll go ahead and hit export as. We're going to go to desktop because I've already created a folder there called stream background graphics. You obviously can make the folder whatever you want. Keep it as a PNG, and we're going to say TTTM logo, and we'll save. So there we go. So now we have that PNG. We're good to go there. So once we have that cleared out, let's go ahead and make one with a tag, and then I'll make the other ones. So now that we have the logo made, let's go ahead and make his Twitter one. So we'll go here, drag the Twitter in. So I'm gonna go ahead and make the logo a little bit bigger just because I want it to be a little bit more prominent, but I also don't want it to be too crazy big on the stream. I feel pretty good about where it lands here. So if you did want to move around, but you want to make sure it stayed horizontally aligned, you can hold Control, I believe, and when you move it, now it's going to stay on that same horizontal axis. And then we're going to add text. So let's go ahead and click text. I don't know if it filled in, so let's see if it did it. It did not, so it's still black text. If I hit white now, there you go. Let's change the font size to 72. That looks a little too small to me, so let's try 100. And I want to try to find a font that matches Tim's pretty well, so let's go on a font hunt here. All right, so I think we found one I like. Now the font size is still a little too big, so we're going to bring the font size back down. All right, so we're going to select those. Let's go ahead and group those objects. So now it has the text in the bird group. So if I select those, let's go ahead and vertically align those. Boom. So that's looking pretty good. I don't mind how that looks. It's very centered in the square. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and make these graphics with all of the other logos and platforms, and we'll be right back. So now that we have the logos made and we double check that we had all of them saved and we have what we want, let's go ahead and jump into another program called Davinci Resolve, which is also free, and make this video. So now that we have Davinci Resolve open, let's go ahead and create a new project. We're gonna call it Green Background. Yes, I have to look at my keyboard because I have fat fingers. Graphics. Perfect. And create. So it's gonna load up Davinci Resolve. Boom, we're in. It's about, I mean, honestly, you're probably at 80% of the way there. So then we'll go down here. We're gonna go ahead and open up our graphics that we had, and we can go ahead and select all of these, drag them over here to our media pool. And now this is really the easy part. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the logo in here. Boom, logo. Let's go ahead and take whatever we want to go after the logo. We're gonna put another logo. We're gonna go ahead and put his Instagram, another one of his logos, and a YouTube. And you gotta remember this video will be looping. So what I like to do for a looping video is just go ahead and put one little bit of whatever graphic we're gonna have loop to at the end, so you don't necessarily see the loop happen, well, you know, live, quote unquote. So right now this video is about 25 seconds long. That's it. So if you really wanted to make it longer, then it could be, but it's just gonna be a rotating thing. We can go ahead and watch it. So each graphic sits there about 5 seconds. I feel like that's pretty good time for people to be able to read it, but if for some reason you want it to be longer, you just go ahead and grab all of these, pull it this way, and you can make it longer. So let's go ahead and just do a blur dissolve. I think that would look dope. We can make it even a little bit longer. So go ahead and play it. So that is what it would look like happening in the background of your stream. Let's say I want this dissolve out in a different way. So we can do a cross dissolve. Go ahead and see what that would look like. So that's one way to do it. So the texture in the same spot there. So I think that is where cross dissolve would look pretty nice. Go ahead and do cross dissolve. Boom. You got a really simple, really easy way to just go ahead and add a little bit more flair to your stream and put your social media platforms out there. Let's do a push. Let's see what that does. So that's another option. Obviously, if you have a little bit more editing skills and you want to get a little bit more advanced with it, that's cool too. As you can tell, what I did is I took one graphic, something that was kind of on brand with my stream, and made it kind of look like a scene, like a stinger kind of feel to it. So it's kind of a stinger that goes between each graphic, and I really like that look, but this could work just as well. We're going to export this, input it to OBS, and send it to our projector. So let's go ahead and do that now. I'm going to go down here to deliver, click on deliver, and we're going to go ahead and change the file name to stream background graphics. We've named everything else. Let's go ahead and set the location to be in our folder on the desktop. Go ahead and hit save on that. So that's where it's going to save it to. We're going to go down here and change this to an MP4 because that's what OBS will read the best. Let's go ahead and do 30 frames per second just because, you know, more frames, whatever. Add to render queue and start rendering. I'm gonna go ahead and render this out. It may take a second, it may not. It just depends on how complicated you get with it. Here we go. Let's go ahead and add this thing into OBS. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and hit add, and we're gonna go to media source. We're gonna call this background graphics. Hit OK. Let's go ahead and it's a local file. We're going to hit browse. We're going to go to our desktop, stream background graphics, choose timeline 1 or whatever you have it named. I just don't know why it wouldn't let me name it what I wanted to. We're going to set this to the loop. We're going to go ahead and hit OK. What we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and right click out here, kind of part of your canvas, do a full screen projector preview. And I think this is the display. Let's go hope so. We're going to click that and boom, you have the graphic there. I obviously think that's a little small. I have my projector pushed up really close, but if you look at Tim's stream, his graphics or his desk honestly looks really close to the wall. But if I wanted to up the size on this, it wouldn't be that hard to do. I just drag this, move this around. You can see it's changing in the background in real time. So as you can tell, everything is working well. It is doing exactly what we wanted it to do, and it looks great. Honestly, I really feel like this is something that anyone can implement to their stream. Let's go ahead and look at it in the full screen mode again. Again, just looks clean. It looks very classy, but it also brings that new age kind of production element that people are really looking for when they're on a stream. And Tim, like I said, your stream looks amazing. All of your streams probably look amazing for those of you that are watching this video, but this will just give you that extra little boost, that extra little edge that I really feel like can just bring in the big bucks, as if TimTheTatman isn't already making that, but whatever. Like I said, if you have any more questions, just make sure to jump in the Twitch chat. We'd love to talk to you, or hit us up on Discord. Again, both those links are down below. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below. And again, I love you guys. I cannot wait to see you in the next video. And until next time, remember, who's your daddy?